Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to cover a project that in my opinion is going to be probably the chain link of the Polkadot ecosystem, and this project is called the ORAO network, right? Again, for the purpose of this token, I have chosen CoinMarketCap instead of CoinGecko because when I was looking at the information in CoinGecko, a lot of information was still missing for this project. And when I compare it with CoinMarketCap, it seems like CoinMarketCap has a lot of information that CoinGecko doesn't have, and therefore I want to use CoinMarketCap. But if you guys feel like the information presented in CoinMarketCap isn't relevant, then I highly suggest you guys to go to the website directly in order to access the information, right? So as always, guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any project that we cover in our channel. And for this project, I suggest you to go to the website orao.network, that is ORAO.network, and learn more about the project, right? So as I mentioned before, this is basically an Oracle project on the Polkadot ecosystem. So it says on the website that a Polkadot native Oracle service for custom data feeds, right? So again, it's similar to Chainlink, and if you guys don't know what an Oracle does, it's basically a platform that kind of allows for data from the real world to enter into the blockchain. So if you take any DeFi applications, especially when it comes to stablecoin price tracking, you need some kind of a medium to make sure that the price of the stablecoin is close to or the same price or similar to the price on the real world US dollar. Again, this can happen in multiple different ways, but one of the main ways by which the price in the blockchain for a stable coin is basically kind of like stable is through oracles, right? So basically oracles enable raw data from the real world to kind of like enter into the smart contracts and thereby powering the DeFi ecosystem, right? So ORAO is basically one such Oracle services that's on the Polkadot blockchain, right? Our substrate-based blockchain provides a large variety of secure data at high speed in real time, everything from local weather data to the outcome of football matches with maximum scalability for any blockchain. Again, one of the key highlights of this project is that they are very upfront on everything that this project can do, right? So this project is obviously a Polkadot based project, which means it's running on the Substrate kind of programming language, and Substrate is one of the most highly advanced programming tools that people use not only for Polkadot, but they're also using it for Kusama and several other blockchains as well. And they're basically using the high tech programming tools that they have in order to extract raw data from anywhere between weather information all the way till football matches, again, which requires its own complex data feeds in order to relay the most accurate information into the blockchain. This is all done by ORAO network, right? Again, this is also done thanks to the high scalability and extremely high transaction speeds of the Polkadot blockchain, right? So here they have a blue icon that says try it out, and you can click on that in order to access their their page or the app page. So I highly recommend you guys to do that as well. So if you see the technology, it's again multi-blockchain technology. It's kind of like an interoperable protocol that exists natively on the Polkadot and Kusama blockchains, but it can also interact with Ethereum obviously and Binance Smart Chain and also the EOS blockchain as well, right? So that's very interesting to see. Again, I really like their website. It's very cool with this black background and very night mode-ish kind of like appearance, which is very cool. Overcoming the limitations, providing data to any blockchain. One of the most restrictive limitations of blockchains is that they are self-contained and isolated from the internet in general and from each other. So again, one of the main problems that we are currently facing is that many blockchains, although they have their own like Oracle system, they are still kind of like isolated in their own ways. And again, that's one of the reasons why like interoperability is a key phenomenon. And not only are they isolated from other blockchains, but they're also isolated from the real world information, right? So that's basically what ORAO network is planning to bring in. By creating our own blockchain based on Polkadot substrate, ORAO is able to provide gateways to virtually every blockchain out there, provide secure data at high speeds and with maximum scalability. So again, so you may ask, why are they calling themselves being a part of their own blockchain when they're actually on the Polkadot blockchain? Again, if you guys remember how the Polkadot ecosystem works, the architecture of Polkadot basically consists of a relay chain along with several parachains, and each and every parachain is its own blockchain that plugs in to the relay chain, and thereby it kind of allows for interoperability and high scalability to happen, right? So if ORAO network manages to get a Polkadot parachain slot, they will definitely be their own blockchain on the Polkadot ecosystem, right? Thereby able to interact with other blockchains within the Polkadot ecosystem. So they're able to do that completely, in a decentralized manner, and it's basically using the Polkadot's, security to facilitate, high-speed transactions in a safe and secure way with extremely high scalability, right? ORAO enables data providers to curate custom data solutions for any requirements. So again, by being an ORAO data provider, you are able to customize the data that is requested from you and relay it into the ecosystem, right? Our data providers can curate custom data solutions for any requirement. Again, they're basically stating the same sentence again. They have a nice cool graphic on how information is kind of like connected between the external world and ORAO. Consumers protection, stale or malicious data identification. The ORAO network incorporates a custom-built neutral net that constantly monitors data feeds and is able to predict reliability and individual data providers. So again, when you are an Oracle, there's always an emphasis on you to provide the most accurate and the most reliable information, because if you take the internet, for example, you can obviously find a lot of useful information, but there are also a lot of fake information that kind of camouflage themselves as true information. So in the case of ORAO, they basically try to incorporate custom-built neutral net that basically monitors all the data feeds on a constant basis and provides more reliable and highly individualized data feeds, right? Like highly personalized data feeds. By analyzing data in real time and comparing feeds to past trends, ORAO can identify stale or malicious data as it is pushed, protecting customers and ensuring the highest standards that are always met on our networks. Again, by constantly analyzing these data in real time, they're basically allowing for the customers who are using the ORAO networks Oracle system in order to receive the highest quality data, and also to prevent customers from getting stale data or malicious data which may not be relevant to them, in order to kind of protect the customers, not only protect the security, and also to provide the highest standards of data on the network, right? So that's very cool. So personalized approach, extensive data formats. One of the main advantages of ORAO is the ability to support a much wider variety of data formats than earlier oracles, right? So again, this is one of the main advantages of oracles that are going to be that are going to be on newer blockchains like Polkadot. They have this advantage of using the most recent technology in order to provide as much variety of data feeds, rather than providing just a few narrow sets of data fields by earlier Oracle providers, right? Which is very interesting. By creating data protocols, we force data normalization into useful formats and also create categories outside of finance. Again, they're able to use the high amount of data information that they're getting from the real world and categorize it not only for the financial purpose of a DeFi ecosystem, but also for use cases that are beyond the financial space, right? So that's very interesting. Use cases. We are building this for the real world. With ORAO, data providers can offer feeds and other data products for everything from esports and local weather data to traditional financial markets. Again, by having this versatile Oracle service provider, you are able to not only get again price feeds for your financial markets, but you're able to also get data for esports as well as the local weather, right? So that's again the versatility is very important. Esports, by providing the outcome of an esports match, we can fuel dApps without involving a third party. Smart contracts can be set up which query oracles after the end of the match to find out the outcome and then distribute payments accordingly. So again, they're basically going a little bit deeper into how their esports mechanisms work. So basically, all they're trying to say is they can use their technology in order to like kind of fuel dApps without involving a third-party service, again obviously in a decentralized manner. And smart contracts can basically be set up which query oracles after the end of the match. So again, which can accumulate all the information at the end of the match and thereby providing the reliable payments or any form of information in a reliable way, right? If you take the roadmap, again, I recommend you guys to check out the roadmap. We are building this for real use cases. With ORAO, data users can rest assured their needs will be matched. So we'll have a look at their roadmap pretty shortly. So if you take their team members, you can clearly see that they're not anonymous, and you can also Google them. I think it's only the founders' information that was present here, or actually, if you scroll to the right, you can find some other partners or founders who are leading the project, and you can obviously find them on LinkedIn and do further digging, right? There are certain FAQs. If you guys still find it very confusing, you can kind of like use the FAQs in order to get a quick response or quick answers to your questions, right? So let's quickly go and check their app first. So if you click on this link, you will basically see that it leads to their block explorer, which provides information on all the people who are acting as nodes for this ecosystem, for this network. They are basically participating in the network and providing data feeds, reliable data feeds. You can also see that the fact that you can sort out information based on your required category. You can sort it out for weather and air quality, movies, Netflix movies, as well as weather and gas, and crypto top 100. That information is also fed in. So again, a very nascent project which has a high potential to grow as Polkadot itself continues to grow. So if you take a look at the dashboard, I believe this is basically the dashboard, but if you go to my requests and my oracles, you'll probably be able to access some information that will kind of provide you the kind of like requests that you may potentially have in the future if you want to be a node runner, right? Again, some interesting price feeds. You can also check out the roadmap here and see what they're basically doing. So if you check their roadmap, again, if you click on it, you can clearly see that they are trying to push forward with their plan of trying to integrate with Polkadot. So if you see from March and April, they were basically stated that public website launch, IDO testnet and closed testnet for selected partners, infrastructure clusters. So again, they launched their testnet last month, and I think currently they are still working on adding and integrating mainnet with integrating the mainnet features, as well as they're in the process of adding new partners to their team. and extended compute capabilities, partnerships announced publicly. So again, they'll probably announce some of their important partnerships with their other partners during June to July. And if you see August, they plan to expand in compute capabilities, data SDKs, expand blockchain support. They're basically trying to expand their support, and it's surprising how there is no real roadmap after August, but I do believe that it will be updated as soon as a few months pass by, and they obviously have to provide updates in order to be relevant on the current crypto space, right? So again, a very interesting project. You can basically kind of like expect an Oracle based project to be more advanced because of the new blockchains that are coming in with all the new programming language that's being used to develop more scalable and robust blockchains, right? So if you go to the coin market cap page for ORAO, it's currently trading at 16 cents at the time I make this video, and it's also ranked 1210th by market cap on coin market cap, and it recently had a 23.37% increase in its price in the last 24 hours, right? If you look at the market cap, it's less than $10 million in market cap. Again, it's a very good opportunity to get into a project that has such a low market cap like this one, because as the Polkadot blockchain kind of like starts rolling out its version of DeFi, I mentioned this in my previous videos as well, that there will be a small bull run specifically for all Polkadot based projects, and that will include all these tokens that become the successful parachain auctioned platforms will also pump like crazy, and any low market cap token that you purchase before they hit the big exchanges, you will at least make a minimum of 50 to 100x easily, right? So one of the potential tokens that has a potential to pump 50 to 100x is ORAO, and you can basically see based on its market cap, $6.3 million, it's poised to pump pretty soon, right? If you look at the circulating supply and max supply, the max supply is about a billion tokens in max supply, and that's quite a lot of tokens for a project. But again, since it's an Oracle based project, I wouldn't really be surprised if they have these kind of numbers, because they obviously have to reward people who provide the data feeds through their native tokens in order to sustain the ecosystem. And if you see the circulating supply, there's only 4% of the tokens in circulation, which is extremely low. So you can definitely expect to see some really like huge time frames where this token will be having price slumps, constant price slumps for the short term. But again, depending on the Polkadot ecosystem success, this project may probably like either have even a longer term of price slumping, or even like the price slumping won't even matter, because as all projects in Polkadot ecosystem succeed, this project will also succeed, because this project will probably gain a lot of traction to to be integrated within several Polkadot based blockchains, as well as it will also probably expand its reach to projects outside of the Polkadot blockchain as well, right? Which is going to be something that will determine the success of the ORAO network. So although that is the case, the extremely high supply, max supply, as well as the extremely low circulating supply, it is a concerning part nonetheless, right? So if you take the charts, for example, the token has kind of like its market information available since the 3rd of March, where it pumped from literally nothing to all the way till the 15 cents range, and it kind of had its all-time highs at the time of about 19 cents or even 20 cents per token, and then it kind of like was falling down slowly and was moving sideways for quite some time. And it was only in the 6th of April when this token started pumping, and this is the current current price point right now. It's not really pumped at all, if you ask me. It does have a lot of potential to set really new all-time highs. Again, based on the factors that we discussed right now, it's still a very early token. and there's a chance that this token is going to be extremely volatile, so please bear that in mind. It is an extremely risky token, and but the potential for making some really huge gains is is definitely there, right? If you take the BTC comparative, you can clearly see that the token price in Bitcoin comparative was also similar to that of the dollar comparative. The token price was worth, the token was worth 30 satoshis, and then at its all-time highs, it was worth again 30 satoshis as well. But if you see currently, you can kind of get it for a decent price point of the same 30 satoshis. Again, it's kind of like moving between 20 to 30 satoshis, which is pretty good opportunity to buy. I don't think you can buy this token with Bitcoin though, because a lot of exchanges probably don't really pair it with Bitcoin. They probably pair it with USDT and USDC, probably even in ETH. But finding it in Bitcoin is going to be a little bit hard. If there are some centralized exchanges that have listed it, then this token probably will be available at least with Bitcoin as well as USDT pair. But if you're buying it with dollars or Bitcoin satoshis, this would really be a good point to enter, right? Again, if you want to hold it as a long-term project, then this is definitely going to be a good term buy. So if you see the exchanges where it's available, you can clearly see that this token is available on gate.io, which is the only centralized exchange where it's available. And as I said, it's only available to be purchased with USDT and ETH. You can obviously get it from Uniswap using wrapped Ethereum, and you can also get it from Dodo Swap using USDT. And that's a very interesting exchange, because again, not a lot of projects are listed in Dodo Swap, but you can definitely get it from Dodo Exchange, the Dodo Exchange, which is available both on Binance Smart Chain as well as in the Ethereum ecosystem. So again, the best bet is to buy it with USDT. If you use centralized exchanges, then you can probably get it from Gate.io, or if you want to buy it from decentralized exchange, you can get it from Uniswap or Dodo Dex. The Dodo Dex, I'm not really sure if you can get it from the Binance Smart Chain version, but it would be interesting to see what would be the price slippage if it's available on the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Otherwise, if you are willing to suck it up and pay for the high gas fees in the Ethereum network, you can buy it with the wrapped Ethereum on Uniswap as well, right? So what's my final verdict on this one? I think from my perspective, I would see this token as a good short-term player. Although I did mention about the extreme price slumping that can potentially happen because of new tokens being injected and dumped into the market, and also due to its extremely high max supply, I do believe that once Polkadot starts going live, Polkadot is definitely going to garner a lot of attention from everyone in the crypto space, including the people who really love Ethereum. They will probably try to test out Polkadot and probably be comfortable using Polkadot as well. And that's going to definitely drive the price of all Polkadot tokens into the stratosphere, including ORAO token, right? The only thing that ORAO needs to do is basically try to integrate with some really big projects, and also make a lot of make use of all the marketing and try to get as much market share from Chainlink as they can by integrating with multiple projects on Polkadot and by integrating with projects within and outside of the Polkadot blockchain, thereby kind of like being a part of this Polkadot based bull run, which is definitely coming soon, right? If you guys feel like this token is a long-term hold, then by all means, please go ahead, do your own research. This video does not contain financial advice, and we're not a financial advisor, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.